So everything you must cover this month, it should be less than 50% of your income. Mine is 82%. Hey y'all, welcome back to Baby Girl on a Budget. So this video, I wanted to go over my income and how much I actually make, as well as how much I actually have to spend a month. And then hopefully can get to the point where I'm paying everything down in a timely manner. So let's just get straight into it. I created this budget template of mine and I call it my daily dough budget system. I love this template. This works for me. The first tab is basically this README tab, just explaining how everything works, but I'll get to that later. Let's just get straight into what you're here for. So the first tab is like your paycheck or your paycheck plan. And it's May, so I'm going to put May 2026 just to kind of get started. And we can explain this later on, but this is basically kind of how I want the template to be made, as if I'm getting paid weekly. I don't get paid weekly. I do get paid on the 1st and the 15th for my W-2 job as well as for my business. So I kind of set it up so the payments get deposited the same exact time. So we'll do this. We can kind of just do that, and then we can do the 15th. All right, so those are the 2 days that I will get paid. I want to add up all the things that I get money for, and I make sure I get the payments for those on the 1st and the 15th as well. So we can start from here. I'm not going to say how much my job pays me and how much my business pays me. I'm just going to put it in one lump sum. All right, so that is how much my job and business pays me on the 1st, and that's the actual amount that gets deposited into my bank account. I'll add, this is how much my grandma has to pay. I don't care how old you are, you need to pay to stay, baby. And that includes her rent as well as her phone bill because she's on my phone plan as well. My little sister gives me $350, and my little sister's friend also gives me $350. I think I told y'all that I downsized into a smaller home, but it still has a good amount of bedrooms. So yeah, everybody pays to stay at my house. This is not a free thing, you know? And on the 15th, I get the same thing, 3801 deposited into my account. My brother and my sister-in-law is also on my phone plan, so they pay their portion. And my little sister is on my car insurance and she pays her portion of the car insurance on the 15th. All right, so this is how much money I have coming in on May 1st and then also on May 15th. I think I should get this a little bigger. Yeah. All right, hopefully you can see that better. And it shows you right here. So the total amount is $9,207 that I have coming in, getting deposited into my bank account. And after we fill that out, we can kind of go to how much I spend in terms of daily. All right, I spend $125 on groceries a week. So this is just weekly. Gas, I only need $30 a week. My job is super close to my house and I don't really go like far distances and stuff. Eating out, I'm just going to give myself $30 a week. I try to only eat out once every 2 weeks. So it's like it ends up being $60 that I have available. So I just give $30 a week. Personal, family, toilet paper, any toiletries, detergent, stuff like that, I do $40 a week. And then the next one is Flex Fund. I'll do 30, and that's just for any random stuff for whatever. That just gives me an extra $30 in my pocket. Cash cushion, if you want to do it, cool. I don't do it. Like, this is the money that I have to spend, and that's what I'm sticking with. And then for my savings, I do $25 a week or $100 a month. I already have $1,000 saved, but I still add $100 to that account because something always comes up. Like I had a light that I had to get replaced on my car 2 months ago. I needed to get brakes. So it's like things are always gonna happen. So I just continue to put $100 a month in it. It ends up being about $1,120 a month that I'm spending kind of just to live. And that's not bad. If I can do like 350 a week or 400 a week, I would be so grateful. But we can't do that right now. So let's move on. All right, and here is where I write my bills and my debt. So I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. I'm just gonna put what my bills are. So we have rent. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger for y'all. Probably right. Okay. This was my moving cost. I think it was the US bank debt. I get my lawn cut 2 times a month. So that's the first one. I have a storage payment. Dog insurance. I also have renter's insurance. I have my student loan. And this part is embarrassing. You don't even, oh my gosh. I know. Yeah, it's like, when is it going to stop? It's crazy. I think it is, I have 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need to add one more. All right. So when I moved into this house, it didn't have a washer and dryer. I don't want to buy one. I don't want to buy a washer and dryer either. I don't know. I do want to buy a house eventually, and I don't want to buy something and it doesn't fit. I don't know. So I just rent a washer and dryer. Next thing, so I have subscriptions, and I basically just totaled them up. So I kind of split it into, okay, the amount of subscriptions that are coming out of my account the first half of the month, and then the subscriptions that are coming out of my account the second half of the month. Then I have Comcast. I only have internet. I don't pay for cable. So electric bill, gas bill, my phone bill. Oh, let me put gym here. Then do my phone bill. I have a personal loan, as you know. I have a Fifth Third credit card. I have to pay my car insurance. It's like, oh my God, can you believe this is how much stuff that you have to pay for a month? Life insurance. I have my Best Buy credit card. Here is my lawn payment, the second one. I am paying for a vacation before we go. I know, like, girl, you got all this debt and you're going on vacation. Yes, I won't do it again. I don't know, maybe I will. I have no idea, but for right now, no. And then my business loan. And I have that stupid PayPal credit card. All right, so that looks like everything. This right here is basically how much you have to pay. So I do want to say this, like my rent payment, it will be rent, my trash bill, my sewer bill, and my water bill all in one. Also, I'll have like pet rent. You know, if you have a dog or something, you got to pay an extra fee for pets. So all of that is in there in this one payment. And that comes to $24.57.33. So this one is $541.67 to get My grass cut is $60. I do have a big backyard and then a big front yard, I guess front lawn, whatever. And the last one, the minimum payment on the PayPal credit card is $30. All right. Yeah, guys, that is what it is. And right here, I'm just going to put the days that all of these have to come out of my account. And like rent is due on the first, stuff like that. All right. So how I had it set up where a lot of my stuff is coming out on the first. And then a lot of the stuff is coming out on the 15th. I try to make it so it's around when I get paid because I want it out the account ASAP. Like it ain't my money. Go ahead, take y'all money. In this category, you can just organize it or just put it in a group of how you want it. Like this is a debt, this is rent, this is a bill, this is a bill. I'm not going to do the whole thing going down the line, but you know, if you did want to take a look at what it is that you have going on or how much money you're spending in different uh, categories, then that would be it. Okay, so now that I have all my bill payments on the day that they're due, my paycheck plan will basically show you, okay, which paycheck is this bill going to be paid out of? So this is going to come out of the first paycheck, this will come out of the second, things like that. And when I go back to my paycheck plan, you can kind of see what is happening. So most of my bills are due on the second half of the month. And I just don't like that. Like it's like you'll have a whole lot more money on the first half of the month and then don't have enough money on the second half of the month. So what I like to do is just kind of separate it, split it. The good thing is it does say that I have an extra $559 a month that I can put onto debt or just like make extra payments. But I want to put more bills on this second paycheck and not have so much on the first. So let me just take a look at this page and I see that this one is $542 and it's coming out the second month. I just want it to come out on the first check. And so you see on the final pay, it will come out on the first check and not the second one. Hopefully y'all understand. I don't know. All right, cool. So it switched it. I mean, this is fine. Like I can put a $500 extra payment on my Best Buy credit card. And then I may have like an extra $19 and then I just may have an extra $40 that month. So yeah, that's fine. We can kind of keep it like that. Maybe if I wanted Comcast and I wanted that to come out on the first, I'll do that and you can see it switches. And there you go. So it kind of just shifts the money. It basically just shifts the money, all right? But this is how much I have extra. I even have this tab where it gives you recommendations. Like right now, so everything you must cover this month, it should be less than 50% of your income, like your bills and the debt that you have. Mine is 82%. 82% of my income goes to bills and debt. Absolutely crazy, but that is why I am doing this, right? So the amount of money that I spend, just kind of like everyday spending, my daily dough is $11.20 a month, which is only 12% of my actual income. And it's supposed to be less than 30%, which it is. So I'm good in that area. The like projected leftover, how much money I have left over after I spend or pay all my bills and have my money set aside. It is $559. So I am in the positive. You want this to be greater than zero, of course. So positive just equals breathing room. Negative equals your plan is too tight, baby. Yeah. Maybe I should make this a little bit bigger. So this is the overview. I have $9,207 coming in. I have payments of $7,528 going out. I have about $1,120 just for everyday spending and things that I have to buy, groceries, stuff like that. How much money I have left over is $559 that can go to extra payments on debt. And in this, I still save $100 a month, just in case, just in case. And the budget coach is basically just letting you know, okay, your plan is positive. Put the leftover toward emergency savings or extra debt. But it's also telling me that your bills are heavy. You need to call the creditors, move some due dates. I think I'm going to move the due date for my US bank loan so then I don't have to worry about that again. So I'm just going to move the date. And then I do this already. I have budget billing. So every month, like for my utility bills, it's going to be the same price. So I did that before. And then I did cut recurring costs. Like I cut down, I used to have Hulu TV and I think it was like $115 a month. I cut it down. We're now only pay $18.99 a month. And then everyday spending looks reasonable relative to income. So that's cool. I also have this action checklist. So ask each creditor or utility to move your due date closer to a paycheck date, which I just have to do that for one. Request fixed budget billing or equal payment plans where possible. I have already done that. Lower recurring bills, insurance, internet, phone subscriptions. I've already done that. I was paying $95 with Comcast. They lowered it to $70. My phone bill is already as low as I can get it. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. My subscriptions, I did cut those down. Maybe I can cut them down a little bit more. And then it says right here, consider bigger moves if needed. And I did do this as well. Before my rent was about $2,800. I lowered my rent and then increased the income. And that is it. This is my budget for the month. This is how much money I bring in, how much I have to pay out, how much I'm saving, and how much that I'm putting on extra debt. Let me know if you have any questions, and I appreciate you for watching Baby Girl on a Budget.